to Would I Lie to You at Christmas? A very special festive edition that sorts the facts from the fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, comedian and king of the one-liner is Jimmy Carr.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And stand-up comic and writer, it's Laura Smith. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, she puts the personality in TV personality. It's legendary chef Rusty Lee. And a BAFTA-winning actor and our youngest ever guest, it's Lenny Rush. We begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Rusty, you're first up tonight.
OK, my card. In our house, we don't have turkey for Christmas dinner. Instead, I treat my family to a dish I call Santa's Sausage Surprise.
David's team.
Lovely. And so what is Santa's Sausage Surprise?
And bear in mind, Lenny is 15 years old.
OK, so my other half is German, and they are very well known for sausages. So, with the Caribbean, I like to do a nice mixture of jerk chicken and I can't ever say German sausage.
Bratwurst.
Thank you. Mix together and make it up into a lovely big sausage that all the family can slice into.
So what you do is you take...
I don't think she's fully convinced herself.
You take...
You've got to be careful that you don't sound like you're laughing because it's the first time you've heard it.
I don't want to be that guy, but she's got a weird laugh, hasn't she?
But to be fair, Jimmy, the difference is hers sounds like it's coming from the soul. You sound like you pressed a button.
So, just to clarify the recipe.
Yes.
You get some bratwurst.
Yes.
And what's in a bratwurst?
Meat.
She's good, true. And you're saying you disassemble a sausage
Correct.
in order to then make a bigger sausage?
Yes, indeed.
So you empty the sausage out.
Yes. Then I get a jerk chicken, which is quite spicy as well.
Yeah.
Chop up the chicken and mince it and mix it all together and then roll it all out.
All right, it's not this morning.
And you call this Santa's Sausage Surprise.
Correct.
Where's the surprise?
When the pepper hits your mouth.
What do you think?
What about the sausage jerk?
About whether or not...
Hey, he's the
Rusty
host.
Now, that was good. That was good. Well done.
I think it's a lie.
You do?
I just can't see the big sausage. I just
Right.
can't see it.
You
I
just can't imagine
picture
a
it.
big sausage.
I can't see it.
I don't think it's a lie in the true sense, because I only think she now believes it.
This is better than when we had Basil Brush on.
What's it going to be, David?
So do we think it's a lie?
I think it is a lie.
I think it's a lie.
But we also think that Rusty may now do this this Christmas and forever
Basically
after.
to spite us.
Rusty, they think it's a lie. Was it a lie or was it true?
It was a lie.
I'm so relieved.
Yes, it's a lie. Rusty doesn't serve Santa's Sausage Surprise. Jimmy, you're next.
Right. Excellent. Thank you. Whilst test driving a car as a potential present for myself, I crashed it.
Lee's team.
OK, what was the car?
Like a Tesla.
Like a Tesla?
Like it.
Was it a Tesla?
Yes.
Oh, they are like Teslas, aren't they?
What did you crash into?
What would you call it? A gantry?
What's that?
I don't know what he means by a gantry. What do you mean?
You know those little signs above? It wasn't like a full crash.
It was a prang.
A prang is
Just
exactly
a prang.
Oh, OK.
You got the scale, one in prang, the other in pile-up.
OK.
You know,
Yeah.
and it gets less Christmassy as you move up from prang to pile-up.
Where was he going with his car, with his pram?
The crash happened in the shopping centre, in the car park, and I'd already completed the test drive, and I quite liked it. And the guy that was with me for the test drive got out of the car. I didn't realise he'd left the back door, the gull wing door, open. Oh. And so I drove and took the door off the car.
How much did you have to pay to, like, redo it?
To redoor it. We're all happy with the term redoor, are we?
Can I just remind you, Jimmy, he's 15. You're going to look really bad if you slam him.
Christmas.
I'll wear it.
Christmas.
I'm only little.
It's only little.
Stop it, you. What was the question?
How much did you have to pay?
Well, so I took the door off the car. The guy that had been doing the test drive with me, obviously his jaw was on the floor. He was, like, a bit
That'd
shocked.
come off as well, had it? I think it's on a gantry.
So I wound down my window and leaned out and went, I'll take it.
You'll take
What?
it?
You take the car?
Yeah, I bought it.
What, in the condition it was in?
No, I'll have a new one, obviously. I'm not an idiot. But I thought I had a moral obligation to buy it. I'd made a mess.
Where was this in the world?
Westfield.
Shopping
Jimmy,
centre.
I just can't see Jimmy Carr in Westfield.
What do you think?
I just don't think Jimmy would ever pay for a car. And also, the idea that Jimmy bought it out of guilt. I'm not sure Jimmy has that emotion.
So, what are we going to say?
What do we think?
I think it's a lie.
Yeah, a lie.
I'll go with my team. Say
They're
it's a
going to
lie.
say it's a lie. Jimmy, was it a lie or was it actually true?
Oh, well, I can tell you it was...
It's true. Jimmy did crash a car. He was test driving. Lenny, you're next.
I once accidentally made my nan eat something she shouldn't have.
Made your nan eat something. What was that thing?
It was a toenail.
Ouch.
True, let's just move on.
I need to ask a question. Is your nan still alive?
She is.
Yeah.
You sounded rather regretful there, Lenny. Are you keen to get rid of the old bat?
It's just making... It is June we're recording this, and this is going out at Christmas. He's just hedging his bets.
Yeah. Can we just do different takes? Just say one no, she isn't, and then one she is.
OK.
Just we have both options.
Is your nan still with us?
No.
I don't think we should do the version whilst Rusty's laughing. Is she not alive? No. Boom! Boom!
All right. So, how long ago was it, first of all?
This was probably like April last year.
And where are we?
We are in my... I'm weird now. We're in my bedroom.
You're at home in your bedroom.
Yeah.
And what happens?
So
Sorry, I thought it was very funny the way you said, "Where are we?" He said, "In my bedroom," and you changed it to, "So you're
Yes,
in
I
your bedroom."
did.
I'm not there anymore. Carry on now.
Absolutely right.
What happened, wasn't it? I'm not going to say the wee thing again. Why are we in your bedroom? I'm confused, man. In your bedroom again.
Get out, Rob. Get out.
Just to be clear, I'm not in Lenny's bedroom, and I never have been. Have I,
For
Lenny?
legal reasons, no.
So you're in your bedroom with your nan. What happened next?
So, well, just gonna go a bit before that.
OK.
So maybe a week or something before. I've just had an operation in March on my back and sitting on my bed, and I realised my nails look a bit long on my toes. So I cut them. Basically, I had a Reese's Pieces packet, and there was,
Those little sweets.
yeah. So there wasn't like there's barely any left. I'm not gonna eat the rest of them, and I couldn't get up to put it in the bin because I was in bed. So I'd put the nail in the packet, My nan's come to visit me after my operation. Then she said, oh, I like Reese's. She's picked it up. And she's got half a nail hanging out.
Merry Christmas, kids.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Well, firstly, I think it's true, and I think also it serves her right.
Yeah.
You're meant to bring the person who's recuperating some treats.
That is rude, actually, isn't it? Thank you, Nan.
That's a point.
Or let Lenny maybe do one where you go, thank you, Nan.
Or maybe just for safety, do another one where we go, thank you, Nan, just because we don't know. We don't know.
Miss you.
Laura, what are you thinking?
You couldn't have reached your toenails if you'd had an operation on your back.
I've got little legs.
OK.
Hang on, you've also got little arms.
That's where Rob comes in.
All right, it's time to make a choice here, David.
OK. I'm trying to read your mind, as you rightly tell, so try and keep still. OK, I think it's true.
They think it's true, Lenny. Was it true or was it a lie?
You can read minds well, it's true.
It's true. Lenny's nan did eat his toenail. Laura, you're next.
My kids once built a snowman that looked so creepy, I went out in the middle of the night and flattened it with a hammer.
Lee's team.
How very festive. OK. I mean, describe the creepiness.
You know, a snowman should be rolled nice and big and round.
Yeah.
They just seemed to make it knobbly. It was so... And they got it so tall that it... You know, you look at a 6-foot thin thing, but with a hat.
What was the hat made out of?
It was a really wide-brimmed hat.
Where did I get it?
Just in the hat cupboard.
What hat cupboard?
Your hat cupboard at home. Everyone's got a hat cupboard, right? Hat cupboard full of hats.
What was so creepy about the hat? Just the fact that it made it look more human?
It made a really... It was giving Freddy Krueger, you know, that wide brim.
If it was so human-looking
Yeah.
and you were attacking it with a hammer, weren't you worried what the neighbours might think?
Oh, they've heard worse and seen worse in my garden. I
is it?
think, yeah... I just flipped.
How old were the children again?
Would have been 6 and 3.
And they made it...
Those poor children.
6 and 3!
6 and 3, and they built a 6-foot snowman. They're really wonderful. They're wonderful, those kids.
No! I'm sorry, your kids aren't as capable as mine. They high.
What do you think?
Remember, Jimmy, we believe this.
No, I mean, it's... No, I was just saying.
Every mother at home watching this is like, yeah, I know she did that. I've been pushed to that point.
My mum is like that.
6
Yes.
and 3.
Your mum is like that.
Yeah, she's nuts.
Your mum's lovely. I've met her. She's not nuts.
You've not seen her with a hammer at Christmas.
Right, what are you thinking?
What are we saying, Lenny?
I think it's a lie.
Think it's a lie?
Yeah.
Rusty?
I feel positive it's a lie.
I've got a suspicion this is true. I will say lie.
You're saying lie. Right, Laura, fact or fiction?
It is... lie.
It's a lie. Laura didn't flatten her kid's snowman. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guests, Jane and Phil. So, Rusty, what are Jane and Phil to you?
This is Jane and Phil. I went to what I thought was their wedding, only to discover it wasn't.
Lenny, how do you know Jane and Phil?
This is my Auntie Jane and my Uncle Phil. I brought them here tonight because they're trying to get on as many TV shows as possible.
All right. And Lee, what is your relationship with Jane and Phil?
This is Jane and Phil, and when he was stung by a jellyfish, he asked me to wee on him, and then she asked me to stop.
So there we have it. David, where will you begin?
Well, let's start with Rusty. So you thought you were going to their wedding?
Yes.
So you know them?
Very well.
How do you know them?
I know Phil from his father.
Right. So how did you know Phil's father?
Phil's father's a family friend of ours.
Is he called Fred?
He's called Phil.
Oh, yeah. He's called Phil, but what's his dad called?
Phil, senior.
Oh, really? Phil's
Yes.
father is also called Phil?
Yes,
Phil's father, Phil, is a family friend.
Phil. Called Phil, senior.
What's the surname?
Smith.
That doesn't work.
So you're hoping to go to the wedding of the son
and Jane.
of family friends?
Yes.
What happens?
We went to the same hotel.
Yeah.
And then we all got ready to go to the service.
Yeah.
When we were a bit rushed, we went. It was in the country lane somewhere in the country.
Whereabouts, Rusty, in the country was it?
Up north.
Up north. Can you be any more specific than that?
Rockland Waters.
All right. Lovely.
So we got ready and left to go to the church.
The service, yes.
To the service, and landed up in the wrong church.
Ah.
We landed up sitting and watching the wedding and looking around and couldn't see anybody we know. And then they started...
I mean, the main people to look for would be Phil and Jane.
Phil and Jane, yes.
Yeah.
And then the bride and groom are walking out. The services, they've been married.
So when they were down at the front, you couldn't tell...
We sneaked in the back and we could see the back of the head of these people.
Right, OK.
So the back of their heads, it could have been Phil and Jane.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't. You only twigged when they started to walk out.
And when people was looking around and go, oh, look, Rusty Lee's here. They were very surprised seeing a celebrity at their wedding that they hadn't booked. So we then drive and ask questions and find the other church.
Who do you ask the questions of?
To the local yokels.
The local yokels. You drive away, and you spot a local yokel.
You say,
and
do you know where the so-and-so church is? And they said, oh, it's up there.
Right.
That is how yokels talk.
Yeah.
And then we landed up, following these two. They were in a carriage. They were married and we missed the wedding.
So you follow them?
Yes.
What happens then?
Champagne reception.
Yeah.
And we walked in. Congratulations all round. Where were you two? Was the question.
They knew.
Oh, so sorry. We went to the wrong church. Never mind. Typical of you. Come and have a glass of champagne.
A sausage surprise, maybe, as well?
No, not then.
No, that would be later.
Yeah.
Right, who would you like to quiz next, David?
OK. So, Lenny, they're your aunt and uncle?
Yes. Jane is my mum's older sister.
OK.
You could have just said sister, made her feel better, but...
Sorry. Yeah,
And what did you say? They're trying to be on lots of telly?
They just want to be on telly. I was in a series a few years ago and they were like just a background, and like an extra.
Yeah.
That was Am I Being Unreasonable? There's a massive party scene.
Yeah.
And there's this one kid, annoying Auntie Jane, just got a fake balloon sword and just whacking around the other bit. Auntie Jane's got a bit of a temper.
We all have.
I'm not surprised if you keep calling her old Auntie Jane.
Yeah, he got pretty told off. But they've done things on their own. They've done a few quiz shows. They've done Pointless.
Right.
Phil wanted to do Naked Attraction, but Jane thought that was I'm joking. Done, Pointless. That's the 1% Club.
Did they? I don't remember them.
What's that?
What do you mean, what is this? What I do? How far did they get?
Phil wanted to get obviously really far. He got to about 70.
OK.
He's not
bright.
the brightest.
Now then, in terms of them being here tonight, How has this come about?
So, even though I signed an NDA, I told them. They just want to be on telly. I don't know if it's for the fame, but I think I think a lot of the time they feel happy for me, so, like, they'll come on tonight.
They're hanging on your coattails, OK?
Yeah.
Old Auntie Jane, she's taking a mick.
All right, now then, what about the one in the middle, Lee Mack? Lee, remind us of your connection.
So this is Jane and Phil, and when he was stung by a jellyfish, he asked me to wee on him, and then she asked me to stop.
David.
Well, that is a real thing, that you could... If someone gets stung by a jellyfish, you have to pee on it,
Well,
but...
let me tell you, Jimmy, I thought it was the right thing to do, but it turns out it's not true anyway.
Yes, it's an urban myth, isn't it?
It's an urban myth.
Yeah.
It sounds more of a maritime myth.
Why didn't Jane just wee on him if there was weeing to be done?
Because Jane and Phil are not a couple, despite what these two liars are saying. They've met twice, that day and this time now.
All right.
So, Lee, talk us through what happened.
This was last summer,
OK.
south of France, and Phil came out of the water. I was on the beach sunbathing.
And you don't know Phil at this point?
Never met him in my life.
Right.
And he came out of the water, screaming.
Oh.
I've been stung by a jellyfish! He said, wee on me. I said, what do you mean, wee on me? And he said, it's a cure.
It's an interesting point here that Lee is fully aware that this is an urban myth, and yet...
Ah, wait, I know that now. Ah. I've subsequently learnt it by the police.
All right, OK. So...
How many people did you wee on before the police had to get involved?
This has been going on for quite a long time. No, it was...
You've been going to the beach every day, having pints of water so you're ready. Made yourself a little sign. Lee Mack's Treatment Centre.
Anyone been stung by a jellyfish? There's a treatment centre just down here. Get yourself in the water, love. Come out when you're screaming.
Lee's little friend will make it all better.
It's like the NHS, it'll cost you now.
Now, where on Phil's body had he been stung?
He'd been stung at the back of his leg, quite high up, above the knee.
Do you think he recognised you?
I doubt it with the balaclava on. Speedos and a balaclava.
What position did he adopt to be weed on?
Oh, he just turned his back on me like that so he could show me the back of his leg.
OK.
And what position did you adopt?
All fours, pretended I was a Labrador.
With all of the sophisticated French people looking at two middle-aged British people peeing on each other, thinking, thank God for Brexit.
So, tell us about Jane entering the story.
So, I am thinking no one's looking at this, and that's when I realised that, actually, there was a family in view. And so the police got involved.
How?
She called Nerf, Nerf, Nerf.
She rang the police.
Nerf, Nerf, Nerf.
How quickly did they arrive?
I could hear the sirens, the French siren. What is wrong with the weeing on another man? I do it all the time.
How did this story come to a conclusion?
It was what I've described is not what, you know, it was a...
It's not true.
Right, we need an answer. So, David's team are Jane and Phil, Rusty's confusing couple, Lenny's fame-hungry friends, or Lee's beach buddies?
I think Lenny has lovely details. The blow-up sword, the shows. I just believe Rusty would do that.
You think that is true of Rusty? The police element of Lee's story. I mean...
Oh, that's where it falls down, is it? Rusty, confused, goes to the wrong church, very apologetic. That seems plausible to me.
We're all leaning towards Rusty.
OK.
We're going with Rusty.
You're going to say that it's Rusty. So, Jane and Phil, would you please reveal your true identities?
I'm Jane.
And I'm Phil.
and Rusty failed to turn up to our wedding.
Yes, Jane and Phil are Rusty's confusing couple. Thank you very much, Jane and Phil. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, and we start with... It's David.
As a child, I once de-bearded the Father Christmas in Oxford Debenhams because I believed him to be my dad in disguise.
Least team.
OK, how old were you?
I was, I think, 6.
And were you going... Was it in the grotto?
It was in the grotto.
And what made you think it was your dad?
He looked like my dad.
This guy's good.
Would your dad not have been going to the Santa's grotto with you?
No.
Who were you there with?
My mum was with me.
Did you think it was Father Christmas because he was kissing your mummy?
So, Mummy ushers you into the grotto.
Yes.
I picture you saying,
Oh, Mother. This is the one time of year I always look forward to.
That's how he holds hands with his wife, of course.
Right, so, you're in the grotto.
I'm in the grotto.
You can probably only see his eyes, really.
Exactly.
And they were enough like your dad's that you pull the beard off. What happens next?
Well, it wasn't my dad.
I know that.
I pull on the beard. He goes, ow, in a voice that is not my dad's, because the beard is glued on. It wasn't just a sort of over-the-ears job.
and what did Mummy do?
What are you doing, David?
Said Mummy.
That was my interior monologue. And then I think I'd probably go, oh, sorry.
Said David.
And then I then burst into tears.
Oh.
Spluttered David.
Yeah.
At Debenhams, would you really have a glue-on beard? It would just be the over-ear one,
That's
no?
what I was wondering.
Well,
yes.
you have to remember that the retail sector was in a considerably better state back in the early 80s than it's since declined into, and Debenhams was quite the place back then. At that point, there were so many department stores, up to 7% of the British workforce were being Father Christmases at that time of year.
Let's go for a guess, then. What are you thinking, Rusty?
I think it's a lie.
Why?
Well, I think a 6-year-old would be just happy and excited.
Have you met David?
I think that maybe he's lying. This is my gut reaction.
Yeah.
Only because I don't think David had a childhood at all. I think he was born middle-aged.
All right. Was it a lie, David, or was it the truth?
It was indeed a lie.
It's a lie. David didn't de-beard Father Christmas. Oh, that noise singles time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team has won by 4 points to 2.
That's a Christmas miracle!
Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time. Good night.